Today we are diving into the new release from the hot girl coach, Meg the Stallion, and this one is called Hot Girl Summer. So if you want to know my thoughts on exactly how hot this girl is, continue to watch.
Here's what it is, there's some five-star. She a big old freak, it's a must that I hit. It's a hot girl summer, so you know she gotta live.
Welcome back, my loves, and if you are new here, I am the Sensei, and welcome to my channel where every day smells like cuteness, confidence, and a little bit of luxury. If that sounds like your thing, I welcome you to join the family. That way you don't miss out on the latest or the greatest. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, hotties, before we begin, y'all know I gotta be completely transparent. This perfume was not a perfume that I had any excitement for. Just the bottle alone was just a straight no for me. But because I had so many people on my other platforms, IG, Facebook, even friends were actually asking me what my thoughts was on this perfume. So because I seen so many other people were excited about this release, it made me excited to give my thoughts on it. So of course I had to go grab her. So let's get into it. Now, before we get into the mashed potatoes and gravy, y'all know how we do it here. We have to first start off with the presentation. And as you guys can see, this is an ombre bottle that starts with a deep wine color at the tip that fades into a nice golden yellow with this cheesy cap that says Megan Thee Stallion going around it in red font that further adds to the cheesiness. And the box that it comes in is just a sight for sore eyes as well. I absolutely hate everything about it. But in all fairness, it's a celebrity fragrance, so quite naturally, I didn't expect much. But whatever, it's going in the trash anyway, right? So anyways, as you can see, I changed the cap on mine's because obviously she cannot sit with the masses with a shoe of that sort. Out of all the caps that I tried, this was the one that made it look the least like a light bulb or a lava lamp. But what I will say is the bottle is not as ugly in person as it is in pictures. In fact, it's quite tolerable, and I hate to admit, but it's kind of growing on me. I don't know if it's because I changed the cap or if it's because it's genuinely not a bad bottle. But as far as that cap, I don't know whose idea that was, but they need fire because that ain't it. It is just something about that cap that says don't buy me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. And these bottles come in a 3-ounce bottle and a 10 mil. The 30-ounce bottle, I believe I paid $84 for this, and it's $29 for the 10 mil. Anyway, moving on. Ulta was giving away a gift with purchase, which also adds to the cheesiness, I hate to say. Just like the cap, there is nothing about this that is aesthetically pleasing. And for me personally, it's quite traumatizing because it reminds me of someone from my past who dressed horribly and cheap. And this bag instantly reminded me of that person. So it's a hard no on the Hottie's bag. But it was free and my daughter likes to play with it. It actually fits perfect on her shoulder and it looks really cute for her to play around the house in. Let's get into the notes. And we have top notes of coconut milk, middle notes of orchid, and base note of vetiver. And I am going to familiarize. Okay. So as you guys can see, I have been using her. So I've spent some time with her and I can confidently give my thoughts on this. Okay, so when you first spray her, she's going to immediately open up with this creamy, sweet coconut. Very pretty, very youthful, and surprisingly hyper feminine before quickly settling into a soft floral that feels warm, solar, and exotic. But then things do take a turn. Within about 10 to 20 minutes into the fragrance, that creamy, gorgeous coconut that I was falling in love with becomes completely non-existent. Instead, this fragrance settled into a warm floral built around orchid with rich woody notes and an earthy touch of vetiver that I think is what is giving it a smoky quality, because there is a smokiness that you are left with. And it's funny because we have been affected in my area by the wildfire. I don't know if you guys heard of the wildfire or if you were affected by it, but in my area, it was extreme chemical smoky smell for like 2 to 3 days. And that happened to be around the time when I was testing this fragrance. So I swear to you, I was unsure if it was the actual fragrance or if it was just what was in the air that was getting into my skin. But as the air began to clear, this fragrance certainly has some smokiness to it. That actually does not bother me. But besides all of the smokiness, this fragrance really did surprise me because my skin typically pulls like the sweeter parts of a fragrance. And for the coconut to leave my skin the way that it did shock me. And I was disappointed because I was liking it. And I am spoiled with my fragrance pulling the sweetest parts of a fragrance. But with this one, the sweetness really took a back seat, leaving me with powdery orchids and warm woods. So if you are someone who wants to buy this perfume strictly for that creamy coconut notes, just know that it does not stay there very long. At least not on my skin, it doesn't. As far as performance, I know that a lot of people have been complaining about the longevity. For me, I got about 3 to 4 hours. And this is with me over spraying. I would say that the projection is moderate. Did I receive any compliments? No, I did not. But I don't think it's because it's an unpleasant scent. I think that it's just nothing about it that really jumps out and requires someone to really care about what you're wearing. They may smell this and say, oh, she smells nice, but who cares? It's nothing grand. As far as the vibe for this is going to be versatile. I think it's very casual. Daytime, nighttime, running errands. It could fit pretty much any situation. It's very mass appealing. I would consider this to be a unisex fragrance. I think a man could pull this off. Yes, it leans feminine, but I wouldn't be upset if a man smelled like this because, again, it's very mass appealing and it's not something that's going to jump out at you. So I feel like anybody can wear it. So, what is my overall thoughts on this fragrance? My overall thoughts is I overall had a pleasant experience with Hot Girl Summer. The dry down is warm, earthy, and powdery. Do I think it's groundbreaking? Absolutely not. Is it a must have? Absolutely not. Does it give the vibe of Hot Girl Summer? Absolutely not. To be frank, when I think of a hot girl summer fragrance, I don't know, it's something that makes me think of fun, being outside. That is not what this gives. I'm going to be okay. I don't want to judge her too harshly because we do have to keep in mind that it is a celebrity fragrance. It is a nice celebrity fragrance. So, in comparison to what is out there, I think she did good for her first fragrance. Now, there's nothing about it that made me stop and have a wow moment. The DNA reminds me very much of like a Victoria's Secret or Bath and Body Works type of DNA. I'm not saying that the strength of it is a body mist. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the DNA. The DNA smells like something that I could smell in either Bath and Body Works or Victoria's Secret. And I don't mean that as an insult because we all have smelled incredible scents from both of those brands. I'm just talking specifically about the scent profile. I think it's easy to love, crowd pleasing DNA that is familiar and approachable. And honestly, I think that that is probably what this was meant to be, with this being her debut fragrance. But back to the Hot Girl Summer name, like I really don't think that really fits this because honestly, this perfume is very boring. I'm sorry. It's very, very boring. There is nothing about this perfume that yells excitement, hot girl summer. We about to have some fun. This is the opposite. This is, I am about to spray this on and run some errands or go to bed or go pick their kids up. Very uneventful. Personally, for me, celebrity perfumes do not usually reinvent the wheel for me. So, therefore, I didn't expect this one to do it either. I got exactly what I expected out of this. I expected this to be pretty, wearable, and accessible. There's not much I expected for 84 bucks. So if you're looking for like a nice, cute, everyday fragrance that is a soft floral with a nice woody touch, the little sensuality to it, I think you'll enjoy this. But if you're looking for like a must-have or something unique to add to your collection, this ain't the one. So as always, guys, let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts on Hot Girl Summer? Did it hold on to your skin better than it held on to mine? Let me know. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. If you are not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I thank you guys so much for sticking it out with me today. And until next time, you guys have a lovely day.